FlossTube.
Hey everybody, how you doing today?
It's a beautiful rainy Sunday afternoon here.
In Carolina.
April the 30th.
We hope you're all doing well. We'd like to introduce ourselves.
I'm Kathy.
And I'm Peter.
And I am Carolina Cross Stitcher on Instagram and on Facebook.
And I'm Pete's B Skeps and what am I on? Etsy.
Oh,
yeah,
Etsy.
I know. She takes care of all that work.
And here on FlossTube.
And FlossTube. There you go. Yeah.
He's Pete. He's my sweet Pete.
Well, anyway, hey, it is nice to see you all again. Glad for you to be here.
Yes.
And hopefully you got a good show lined up here for you with a bunch of stuff.
Yes. This is a lot later than we normally record. It's Sunday late afternoon, about 5:30, 4:30.
And I had a big lunch, and Kathy's making me stand up, so I probably won't fall asleep, but there's no guarantees.
I had a big lunch too. We went out to celebrate our anniversary, which was actually on Friday.
Yeah.
But we didn't go Friday. We instead had a pancake dinner.
We did.
Yeah,
I
which
made
was
pancakes
really nice.
Because that's nothing says like happy anniversary than a
Like
plate of pancakes.
Hey, I was happy with it. I'm always happy with breakfast.
Me too. I'm still full from those things. Yeah.
Anyway, we're glad you joined us today.
Yes.
And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. And if you're new, this is a channel about cross-stitching, quilting,
and wood turning. We're glad that you are here.
Yes. And thank you all so much for spending your time with us and for your comments. We just love reading your comments and interacting with all you guys.
Yeah.
We thought we would start off today with, what do you think we should start off with? We've got so much. Now this is kind of, we're flying by the seat of our pants. We didn't really do any notes.
We don't have a plan, and just like when I was in the military, our motto here is we don't have a clue and we're sticking to it. But one thing I would like to share, get started here, is that talking about the military. I'm retired military, retired Air Force, and I was stationed in Germany back in 1990. And when I got deployed with our F-15 Eagles to Saudi Arabia for the buildup of what was then Desert Shield, and which led into Desert Storm. Mm-hmm. And in the desert, there's not a lot to do out in the middle of the King's Desert there, especially where they wanted to hide us away anyway. And so I had a lot of time to look at the stars. Best vistas in the world are from the middle of the desert. I can vouch for that. Mm-hmm. And also a lot of time to contemplate, think, and read. And there was a comment that my son made before I left Germany, before we deployed, that kind of stuck in my mind, because as I was getting ready to deploy from Germany, packing my bag, and he's into everything there, asked me, what's this for, what's that for? And finally, his concerns started to show. And he mentioned to me, he says, I had no father. And he was worried about me going to Saudi Arabia and not coming back. Because we didn't know what was going to happen. We had no idea what was going on, world events, that kind of thing. So,
it's a scary time.
So anyway, this was pondering in my mind, and while I was in there in the desert playing my guitar and doing things like I wasn't supposed to be allowed to do, like worship the Lord in the middle of Saudi Arabia, I was, and a song came to me, and I'd like to share a part of this song with the chorus of it there that kind of is near and dear to my heart. Yeah. So excuse me for a second.
Get emotional with
I hope
this?
not. Let's see. I don't know. Might have, but so anyway, let me excuse me while I go through this here and
get geared up.
All this technical stuff here, you know, putting a guitar strap around me today.
And you're normally sitting down when you play. For the good folks. So the name of this is
this song is titled "I Have No Father." My son said to me. As a father loves his children, I love you too. The Lord will hear your prayer because he cares, and he will bring us home. Because a father loves the children, he loves us so, and he will hear our prayer because he cares, and he will bring us home. Yes, he will bring us home. Thank you for listening.
That's beautiful. Did you ever play that for Nick?
I think I did.
Think you did?
I think I did, yeah. it's like most things with kids, you know, they goes in one ear and right out the other, and
yeah.
I know, because I was like that. In fact,
Me
I still am.
Me too. Yeah. I try to remember, but it doesn't always work.
I try. You know how I try.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay,
so we're just going to progress on along. Thank you for sharing that.
Well, thank you. Thank you for listening. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to share that with you there. It was a special time. A lot of neat things happened in the desert. As boring as it was there. But I was actually more worried about being bit by a scorpion or a snake than I was for the jihadi guys there. But
jihadi guys.
Anyway.
Yeah. Now that was just part of the song, right?
That was just the chorus.
That was just the chorus. Okay. Well, I really do love that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So we're at the portion of our show where we're gonna share a quilt that I did, previous quilt, and Peter's gonna share a painting. So do you want to do the quilt first?
Yes, please. Yeah. Well,
okay.
Where is it? I'll help you out. Okay. We have a little limited space here, but yeah, I'll hold one end for you.
Okay. I don't know if they can see this. I hope you can see this. See, we can't see what y'all see, so just hope you can see it. All right. Anyway, this was a free quilt block from Moda.
I can hold it if you want to hold it.
Okay. Yeah. It was Home Tweet Home from Moda Bake Shop. And me and Peter were going on vacation to the mountain house.
That's right. That's right. In the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah. We always prepared projects to carry, and I used to do a lot of quilting up there. So I wanted something that would be simple and fun to do. This one is actually supposed to be a mini quilt, though. And it's a paper pieced quilt. And I'm just going to show you the size that the blocks would have been, which is pretty small. And I really didn't want something that would be quite that tedious. I wanted something a little bit bigger. So I think I increased that probably 300% to get this size block. I'm just guessing that's what it was. And I had just, some random fabric. I had this that has the Carolina chickadee on it. So I thought that would be cute. And then these are some of the family of fabrics that goes with it. And I didn't intend for this to hang in our living room. I just was doing something for fun. But when we got home, Peter said, I want that hanging in the living room. So we'll take a picture of it where it hangs.
And she let me have a part in this quilt as well, too. Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you pick it out?
Yeah. And so there was supposed to be pieced in there where the little birdie goes into the birdhouse. But Peter makes these wonderful buttons.
Yeah.
So I asked him if he would mind if I used some of his buttons, and he said sure. So
cut up a bunch of sticks and twigs and drill holes in them and made little buttons there for the door houses.
So it was a lot of fun, and I love anything with red in it. For some reason, red and black just they make things pop. And this is not a perfectly pieced quilt at all. That's why I was kind of surprised when Peter said, "I want to hang that in the living room." I'm like, "Oh gosh, okay, well, all right." And I just kind of did the back. Took fabrics that were left over, and I had one little block that was left. So I just put it in the
Nothing
bag.
goes to waste with Kathy.
Nothing goes to waste. And I called it Welcome to the Neighborhood. I did this back in 2020. 2020. We were there Memorial Day weekend when everything went
south.
Went nuts.
But,
but we had a nice vacation anyway.
We did. It was good memories, good times, beautiful quilt, a lot of things to remember about it. Yeah.
And I had fun quilting this. I just did all kinds of different things. I did some straight line quilting in it and did some swirlies and did this kind of almost a ribbon candy, but not really a ribbon candy. And kind of echoed the birdhouses. And then did just some meandering loop-de-loops around it just to try to get it to puff out a little bit.
Yeah, gives it some nice texture.
So anyway, it was fun. And I've got this little sleeve on the back and a handy dandy.
I wonder where my ruler went.
Yardstick.
No wonder I can't measure anything in a wood shop now.
Very old yardstick. Yeah. But that was fun.
That's beautiful. Beautiful quilt.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah. It's nice to have beautiful things, but also the memories that go along with them. That's what makes it so special.
Yeah. So
my little chickadee.
My little chickadee. Carolina chickadee.
Yeah. Maybe and she's from Carolina too, so
maybe we should change the name
I got the full deal there.
The channel, Carolina Chickadee.
There you go. Hey, idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so show mine.
That'd be
Okay.
great. Yeah.
All right. This is just a, I don't know when I actually did this because I'm not good like Kathy at documenting things. I do stuff and stash it away and I forget about it until I trip over it at some point in time or when I'm looking for something else at some future date. Yeah. Anyway, I got a little painting here, just a little.
Here, I'll hold it and you talk about it.
Well, there's not really much to talk about there. There it is. I mean, a little table set in the corner there with some apples on there. I don't know what kind of apples those are. It's supposed to be a spalted piece of wood that bowl that it's in.
Pink lady.
Pink lady. Okay, I'll go with that. That works. And anyway, so this was fun. I wanted to make a little checkerboard in type of a placemat there.
And we have a placemat like that,
we
too.
have
Two of them.
Exactly, yeah. So anyway, it was a kind of a quick sketch and threw some fruit in the bowl there. And those still life type of things I need to work on more, I think, because just to get different perspective, maybe some different fruits and that and
I like it.
That kind of thing. But anyway, it was fun to do. It just, spreading paint. It's very therapeutic because you just spread it around. Whatever looks good. If it doesn't look good, you gesso right over it and start all over again. That's but I like that. It was a fun little painting to do, and it's just a happy little thing. I look at it, and because of the colors, the vibrant colors, and this is acrylic paint again as well too. Yeah, okay. All my old oil paintings there. I don't do those anymore. In fact, I think all the tubes are all dried up and everything like that. So I'm just stick with acrylic because it looks so really.
Yeah, well, you get texture and everything with it.
Texture with it. And
this
everything.
is sitting on top of our refrigerator.
Yeah, top of refrigerator.
We had to dust it off when we
brought
it upstairs.
Didn't need to tell them that, but yeah. These apples never go bad, so that's good. So
we're in my quilt space again today. I was here last couple of weeks ago when I visited with you. And we have a little bit more room to put stuff out. Plus, like Peter said, we can stand up.
Stand up, that way. So
yeah.
We had a big lunch today. I think she mentioned that.
Yeah.
I have a hard time staying awake after having a big lunch.
Yeah.
As some of you know from previous.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And the funniest thing happened when we were having lunch. Peter said, I really need to get in touch with our old pastor and just say, hey. And it wasn't 5 seconds later, him and his family walked into the restaurant.
Unbelievable. So good to see them. My dear old pastor, he sent us off to a church plant not too far from us there, and we've been doing work there. And I've been meaning to get in touch with him and tell him how much I appreciated his help in getting us directed in doing all of that. See, that's the way our pastor works, where maybe most pastors would want to try to get as many people in church and hold on to them for all they could.
He sends them off.
Our pastor gets them in, he preps them up, he teaches you, trains you, and then he gives you the right foot of fellowship. Out the door you go to places and parts all around the world. Thankfully, he chose a place here in America for us.
Yeah. I didn't want to go to Alaska.
The language and the customs are a lot easier to pick up.
Yeah.
We're very happy with our little church.
Very happy, Before we go into our whips and FOs and all that good stuff, I wanted to share just a couple of comments that were...
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's a really nice one there.
You guys are the best, I tell you. Heather, you cracked me up. She said that she was very good at market too, at least with the first order. Then she saw FlossTube, saw what other people had bought and had to place in second order.
Oh my.
And then a third.
Oh wow.
Heather, that's exactly what I did. I'd start off with one. I said, okay, I'm going to be good.
Never works out.
No.
It's like a New Year's resolution. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah. And you guys were so encouraging to me with doing a solo FlossTube. Because it did feel funny without my bestie here.
Trying to get the birdie out the nest here, Learn to fly. Go on. You can do it.
Yeah, but y'all were very encouraging. So I won't be, fearful to do it again.
But it wasn't as if I was sitting around doing nothing.
No, you've been very busy.
Yeah, I've been cracking the whip out there in the shop there, trying to keep up with all these orders and that. So, which is a good thing.
We had a comment from that one stitcher. And she said, talking about prairie schoolers, that she had just got her first prairie schooler, her Santas, and she's doing them the year that her kids were born. So she's got 4 of them for her 4 kids, which I think is a great idea to kind of memorialize.
What a great idea.
Yeah, great idea.
That's something the children and grandchildren will cherish.
Yeah, I think so too. And then I tell you, all you guys in putting the words together that I had asked you to use for the giveaway, y'all were so creative. That one stitcher, I'm going to read it to you. She said, let's see if I can get a sentence from this. Okay. The petite spring mouse was looking for sea glass while dreaming of a beautiful snowflake.
Well, I tell you, that's poetry there. Good job.
Good job, that one, Stitcher. Cheryl said, a great job, Solo. Thank you, Cheryl. That she loves the Keeper of the Pens adaptation. Thank you. And a bunch of y'all said that too. That was so much fun. And I had asked y'all on the Teresa Kogut what you thought about the fabric. And she said, gave me a suggestion of trying a small patch test and using the floss on it to see if it showed up. So that's a great idea.
Good.
And I will do that. And then Carol, I don't know if you were joking around. If it was a play on words, or if you really do have 10 mouses. She said, this spring we have a mouse problem.
Uh-oh.
We have caught 10.
Wow.
Yikes.
Oh, man.
You need cats, Carol. Cats will do.
Yeah.
And I think, oh yeah, Kathy said that she's local to us. I can't remember exactly where you are, Kathy. It was Rollsville. I can't remember. I have to look it up. And that you wish we had an LNS here too, like keepsake. And oh, I wish we did.
Yes. That would. I think that would be nice. Yeah. But you never know.
You never know.
Business. Yeah. Youngsville. Yeah, they would do. Rollsville. That's also a stone's throw away from us.
Yeah. I can't remember if you said, Kathy, where you're from. It's close. I think it might be Youngsville.
We'll get together and go out for coffee sometime.
Yeah. We can get together and do some stitching.
Well, y'all can.
And I thought we'd go ahead and do the giveaways.
There you go. Giveaway, yes.
Not make you guys wait.
Not like those other guys.
Yeah. But we are going to have a couple of giveaways this time. So hang around to the end.
Then you can see what you can bid for.
See what those are. Okay, here we go. For the mouse, Filled Mouse Hollow, which is really, really cute. Filled Mouse Hollow. That goes to Heather Ellis.
Yay, congratulations, Heather.
Heather Ellis. Okay, so email me, Heather.
Yes.
My email address will be in the drop down.
All right.
Okay. Spring. Spring has sprung.
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
That goes to Julie Gomery. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce the last name.
Well, I don't know. Between that and your handwriting,
right.
I'm not.
It's Julie Gomery.
Gomery. I think that's it, yeah.
Okay. For the white Witchell Antique Lace linen, this goes to Vicki in Kansas.
Hey, Vicki in Kansas. Congratulations.
So get in touch with me, Vicki. Congratulations.
Hope the tornadoes haven't blown you away out there.
Yeah. For the French lace.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Who's this?
This goes to Lynn
Ellis.
Oh,
Lynn. Yeah, I know that.
Lynn and Heather are related, mom and daughter.
Well, how about that?
How about that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What a quinky dink.
I know. I think the mom told the daughter about it, and the daughter.
What are the chances?
And we love you too. Yeah. And then for the gray, the Icelandic gray, Witchell 28 count, this goes to Susie Greer. Susie Greer.
Congratulations, Susie. Thank you for responding.
For the 20 count gray white petite point, Ada.
Well, that'd be nice.
Petite point, yeah, that'd be pretty. I've got some bigger count, smaller count of this. This goes to Kay Kern. How about that, Kay?
Kay Kern. Oh, all right. Yeah.
My friend Kay.
Yeah.
Yay. I used the random comment generator.
Congratulations.
I couldn't use the normal one. They wanted to charge me. So I had to find another one. But it worked good and it was free. And for the snowflakes, the Fabric Flare snowflakes, this goes to Linda Hollingsworth.
Linda, I know Linda. Yeah.
Linda Hollingsworth.
Congratulations, Linda.
And one more for now this one was a partial. I know, I think I'm pretty sure I showed you guys. It's called Sea Glass. That is really pretty. Pretty fabric. Look at that. I don't know if you can see the sparkles in it.
Little sparkles in there, yeah.
This goes to Diane Cole.
Diane Cole, okay.
Was it Diana?
That K-O-E-L-E?
Diane Cole, K-O-E-L-E.
All right.
Okay.
Congratulations, all.
Yeah, so you guys getting in touch with me now and give me your address and
she'll get them shipped right out to you. Look at these
Heather,
split.
if I could send yours and your mom's together, I don't know if I can. I don't know if she lives close to you. That would be great.
If not, it's no problem.
Yeah, because I believe you're in Canada, right?
Canada.
Ontario, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah. So that's our giveaways.
Wonderful. Good job.
Yeah,
Good
I like
job.
that. I like passing on stuff that I'm not going to use anymore.
There you go.
Or fabric that I'm not going to use. And
That's right.
somebody else can make use of it. There's no sense in it just sitting in my drawer and
Sounds like a good deal.
taking up space.
You betcha.
I got some, yeah.
Because now she's got more space. She's going to fill it up with something else.
I got a little bit of haul. I didn't get a whole lot. I didn't do anything like I did last time.
Yeah. Okie doke. Okay, so what's the next direction here? What's
we might as well go ahead and shout out some floss tubers.
Let's do that. Let's do some shout outs here.
Yeah, there's a couple there's three that are new to me. I don't know if they're new to y'all. One is Stitching by the Shore. Now, I think she's been around a while. I don't know how I've missed her.
I'm guessing she's out on the coast.
I guess.
Stitching by the Shore. What a nice name.
I don't know which shore.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Atlantic?
Yeah, I should remember from watching her, but
Pacific?
yeah. South Florida, I don't know. Yeah.
Birdie's Frog Pond?
Yeah. And then there's two Alabama girls.
Bama!
Alabama girls.
The stars fell on Alabama.
And I love listening to them because they've got the southern accent. Christy.
And you don't? The pot calling the kettle black here.
I like southern accents.
Well, I do too, apparently.
But anyway, this is Christy and Callie, and they're the Floss Bosson cousins.
Hey, Christy and Callie.
Yeah, they're cousins.
Cousins.
Cousins, very close cousins.
Wonderful. That's nice. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And then I found Burgett or Burgett. I'm not sure. It's Birget. And she is the Wishing Thorn.
Wishing Thorn.
The Wishing Thorn.
Wow. Now that's an unusual name. The Wishing Thorn.
She's
I know, and I wished I hadn't got a few thorns in my life.
Yeah, she's got some really unique collectibles.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Well, Burgett.
Burgett.
Yeah. Sorry, forgive us for mangling your name, but please correct us. I'm glad to
forgive us.
Glad to have you.
And then there's so many old faves. I couldn't list all of you, but Vicky, the Virginia Stitcher, she was on just a little bit ago. Yeah. And Michelle, Penny's daughter, shares. I love you, Michelle. Brenda, the handwork maniac. She was going over her May stitching that she's going to do. I forget what you call it. May something, madness or something. And Jen and Carol, two tall stitchers. I love watching you too. Yeah, but so many others. Merritt, gosh, so many others. I wish I could name you all. I've always got FlossTube on most of the time.
Yeah, that's right, especially at nighttime. You'd be surprised how much FlossTube even I watch.
I know.
Well, that's kind of, I mean, that's kind of disingenuous there. I sit in front of the TV and monitor the pinholes in my eyelids there. But I do watch some. Yeah, a lot of you FlossTubers out there.
Two comedians, you call them.
Two comedians and several others. But I like watching all because you all do such creative work and beautiful work, and I appreciate that. I really do.
And you're so inspiring. You're so inspiring to me. I really appreciate you taking the time to do that.
Yeah, and hopefully that we'll get to see a lot of you, or as many as we can when we take our road trip in May. Yeah. And you go to your retreat, and I get to, hopefully get to hug on your neck a little bit. Those we get to know.
Sit down and have a meal with you.
Either in the stores we visit or at the, actually up there in Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, I drove to Ohio a couple times where I never really stopped there for anything. Had no reason to.
Well, you're going to change that now.
I'm going to change that now. Looking forward to it. Going to Ohio.
Me too. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So, I guess we can get to, I have one FFO.
Oh, let's show that. That's a pretty one.
Do you have an FFO?
Do I have an FFO?
I've been doing a lot of talking. Maybe you could talk.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Do you have an FFO?
But you're gifted, though, to talk a lot.
Oh, thanks.
I'll pay for that later. In preparation for our trip, Kathy has given me a list of all that she wants me to do, starting with different type of skeps. We've got large, medium, small, spools, minis too, and orts and all kinds of stuff like that. So I've been trying between orders, been trying to whittle away at this and whatnot. So I do have a few of these, and these are FFOs that I would like to show you. At least I got some of the larger skeps done there, and out of different kinds of wood. One, here's a piece of walnut. And 3/8 inch hole. I'm doing 3/8 inch holes for all of my skeps now, and actually spools, because I think it works out well. And of course, we put our little signature medallion in the bottom there of all these and whatnot. But this is a piece of walnut we got about over half a year ago, and it was so wet I had to cut it and put it up to air dry because they didn't kiln dry, and there's a big difference between that. This has got some dust on it, so but
it's been in the shop.
Anyway, beautiful piece of.
Do you have the smaller? Oh, do you have the smaller one that goes with that?
No,
smaller rib. You didn't bring the smaller rib. Well, that one's a little bit
small. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, that's right too. Different size ribs.
Different size ribs.
This has got basically it's a half. It looks like it's about a ½ inch. We'll call it a ½ inch because I think people recognize that better. It's actually a 1.5 centimeters. Metrics are easier to work with than trying to do fractions and inches and that. But anywho, the larger, smaller, well, I can get that. Even I can do that. So this is the same wood there, just a different size rib. Some people like them smaller, but I like the bigger ones. In fact, if I could, I'd even have like bigger ones. I put 2 of these as one rib, and the reason being because the grain of the wood shows up so much better with the wider rib you have. But it's a matter of preference. Said the man who ate the bar of soap.
And this was the way we started with the smaller ribs.
Yes, that was originally way back when. I can't remember. 2 pieces of cherry there again from 2 different. Well, actually, same wood that I got there. Same type bottom and everything like that. But again, big rib, larger rib, smaller rib. And so that's cherry. The main thing we use is walnut, cherry, and maple. Walnut, we're having a really hard time with walnut for some of the bigger pieces. Now, I'm using a lot of stuff that, I had to dry for over half a year because we just really can't get the stuff anymore. There seems to be some type of a blight for walnut, but as I get it available, I make it available as I get it.
We can get the smaller pieces, but we can't get the
smaller pieces. Yeah, not the big 4x4 for spools.
The spools. Yeah.
Here's some maple, beautiful. Some of it's got some curly in it as well too, but maple is very hard, very dense wood. But it's so anyway. Again, two different kinds. I had some. This is a piece of poplar.
Yeah, tulip.
Poplar. Yeah, I get tulip poplar. And the thing about easy to identify poplar, it's got green in it there, and it's not from mold or anything like that. Just the way the poplar is. And in fact, you probably may not have known, but the Dutch used poplar wood to make their wooden shoes years ago. Yes, kidding. And the reason being is because poplar wood has a natural resistance to moisture.
Okay.
Yeah, and wood rot. So that's anyway. So this is a smaller one. I guess this would be a medium size skep. It's looking for a nice pair of scissors to hold. So anyway, I just put that out there.
And we have tulip poplar in our backyard. Now this didn't come from our backyard, but they get the prettiest green flowers. This time of year they're flowering.
And orange. They get a little orange.
A little orange scent. Yeah.
Yeah. And this piece here, this is different than most. Originally I thought it was maple, but as it turns out, this is a piece of what's called hackberry.
Oh.
And it's kind of like maple, kind of like sycamore, but neither of those.
Oh, I like the top of that.
It's got grain. Yeah, it's got a little grain color, discoloration in it there from the character, a little shock of something in it. But it's called hackberry. And in fact, in my driveway now, I've got a big pile of European hackberry that I've got to get into and mill up before the weather makes it all go bad. And let's see, one line.
So you think Peter's been busy? I gave him a list of like 34 items.
And this is only part of it. And this is actually this kind of goes along with the this big ribbed poplar.
Is that tulip poplar too?
This is poplar as well. It had a shock of green through here, but when I cut it down, I lost a lot of that in the outside of it there. But it's still got a little bit of discoloring of green, and
that's heavy, isn't it? That is a hardwood.
It's got beautiful. Okay. It's not really a hardwood compared to maple. Or any of these others here. It's a little bit lighter, but it is very, very sturdy, very durable. Yep. I'm sure if you hit somebody over the head with it, it would hurt.
Oh, don't do that.
I know, I wouldn't do that either. So
is that it?
I got a couple of spools that I've been working on as well.
Okay. They're done?
They're done, right? Okay. Well, no, they're not completely done. Actually, I got to show that later because those are only whips. How many years into this, I'm still learning all the terminology.
And speaking of that, we are almost a year into FlossTube.
Hurrah!
It's going to be a year next month.
Is that right?
Yeah, so we'll do something special on our FlossTube anniversary.
Yeah, we'll share ice cream with you. We'll eat it and you can watch. What a deal. Anyway, Seriously. Okay.
Don't gain weight that way.
That's right. Look at all that. Yeah, say calories you save. Okay, so that is my FFOs.
Excuse me. Okay.
More to follow.
Well, I've got one that's just about an FFO, but I haven't completely done the back of it yet, but I've got it on the mat board. And this is...
Will you talk about it?
Okay. Wow, I did this back in 21. And this is Quaker de Noel by Jardin Prive. And I looked up Jardin Prive when we were going out to eat. And it says private garden. That's what Jardin Prive means. I guess Prive is private and Jardin is garden.
And so that's your French lesson for today.
Isn't that pretty though? But this, I did a...
That's a pretty thread. I love that. That's that gray background.
This was the first time I used silks. And this was the Classic Colorworks Belle Soie in Cranberry. And it took 4 skeins. Yeah. A lot. I wasn't real crazy about it, but I like it better now because I think maybe I know how to handle it a little bit better.
You learn as you go, right? Yeah,
I was using longer lengths, and now I've learned with some of the silks, you have to use shorter lengths to keep it from fraying.
I'm a flail toe. Yeah. This is serious business here, folks.
Anyway, I made changes. You can see I put, instead of Christmas, I did Christ is Born.
Amen.
I like that. And I changed this old house, to the manger.
Oh, okay.
And what else did I change? Oh, because I did Christ is Born here, it went into the space that the tree was supposed to go down into. So I had to shorten this tree. So I just made it kind of a plump.
Looks nice.
Plump little tree.
Beautiful Christmas tree.
And yeah, I made a lot of changes. I put my initial right here, and I made Santa only have 2 reindeer instead of 3. Because I didn't have enough space. And I put this little tree in instead of that doodad. And what else did I change? Oh, I put a crown in, which I thought was appropriate for Christ is Born.
Yes.
Instead of what? Oh, I don't know what. I did something else. I don't know what I put in place to that. But I like the crown, so I did the crown instead. And I got this frame from... Goodwill.
We are big spenders.
It's a plastic frame. But hey, I think it works. I cleaned it up real good with Windex. Hey, I think it worked.
I think you did a great job.
And it's got some dings going on. Yeah. But, and I haven't quite finished it. See, I've got to do I just did that just so I could show it to you today. So I will get that finished and get the backing put on and the label. And this will be one of the giveaways if y'all would like to have this. But we'll talk about that at the end, okay?
That's what I always like for you. You always take your plans and you change it to suit your fancy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Very creative like that. Thank you. I wanted Christ is Born. That was very important to me. And
to all of us. Yeah.
To all of us. I know. That's the whole reason for the season, right? Yeah. And this one, the picture, they had quite a lot of margin going around, or border. But I don't know. I tried it with this, and I had seen somebody that finished a Quaker, and they finished it in a frame where it was just almost like the Quaker was coming out of the frame.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought it looked really cool. So I thought I would try it, and I like it.
I think it looks great.
So I think we're going to hang this up downstairs. I don't think it's just going to be for Christmas.
Another one for the wall. You betcha.
Yeah.
You betcha. Yeah.
So.
Christmas, I always believe. You like Christmas all year round.
Yeah. This was stitched on 25 count Stormy Night Laguna.
Laguna.
Over 2.
Over 2. I have no idea what that means.
Two floss threads over 2 squares.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes perfect sense now.
Now you know. Yep. So that's my FFO.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to put that over here.
There you go. Do you want the plan with it there?
Yep.
Okay. Beautiful. Nice work.
Wonderful.
All right.
So we have whips.
You got whips.
Got lots of whips.
Do you want to show a whip, or how many whips you got there?
You want to do a whip, a whip, whip, whip?
Oh, I get whiplash going back and forth like that. Okay, all right.
Okay, you do a whip and I'll do a whip.
Okay.
Let me tell you how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 I can't show, and 5, but the 5th one I can't show.
Okay.
Because it's a secret.
That's about what I got there, I guess.
Do you have 5? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that will work. Okay. I don't know where to begin, but I think I'll start right here. I started laminating pieces together because as I cut wood to use for other projects, I always have leftover pieces, and you never throw anything away.
Never,
that's a sin.
Yes.
And so I glue them together, and then I turn them down. And as we've had in our shop there, where they're gone now, the couple laminates where I mixed maple and walnut together, cherry and maple, and so forth and so on, and then turn a skep or a spool out or something like that. Well, that's what I did. This is a whip I've got here. I got a piece of curly maple. You really can't see it, but when it's shined up, it'll have that nice bands of that curly going through it. And this is walnut on the top, and of course it's going to be shaped like a little cone there for a bee skep. And as a matter of fact, I've got to get this done like right soon because this actually belongs to somebody.
Yeah, it's an order.
This is an order. But anyway, it's a whip. But just to show you that's how I glue things together. And
this is what laminating is.
This is what laminating. Yeah. I hate to use that word. Maybe I call it pieced instead.
Pieced is
because laminating is normally like you think of your kitchen countertop as laminated, and nobody likes that junk. So anyway, this is pieced. Then we'll call it pieced, but it's all solid wood and that. These are extra pieces left over, which I add to the cause there. So that's that.
Okay. Well, let me just pull one of these. First, I'll show you, but I can't show it up real close because then you'll see my secret stitch.
Uh-oh.
So this is my May. And it's full. It's full except for today. I haven't stitched anything yet today. And it might just go FlossTube in there.
Uh-oh. Yep.
I hear Buddy.
Is that?
I hear Buddy. Okay, we'll just pull the first one. Hi, y'all. We're back.
Hey, sorry about the interruption there.
Yeah, Buddy had to eat.
Yeah, he was making a bunch of noise, and we didn't want him to. He didn't want to talk on the video.
Right, he would have started barking, howling pretty loud. But anyway, got him situated, and then Mom had called, so Peter called Mom back. And yeah, she turned 92 last Saturday.
Yeah, 92 years old. Had a big birthday party for her grand old time.
Yeah. So maybe we'll share some pictures of that at the end of the video.
There you go.
Some pictures of Mom.
Sure.
92 years old. Yeah. But anyway, I'm out of breath from running up and down
We just walked up the stairs,
Doesn't take much for me. Anyway, I asked you guys what you thought I should start on the Prairie Schoolers. Thank you for all your different inputs. I really appreciate it. I'm going to do all of them eventually. So I had the 2001 Santa, 2017, 2020, which I love. All these, I love all these. 2006 and 2018. So, I went through all your comments and looked at them again and talked to Peter and said, which one is your favorite? And guess which one he chose?
Polar bear.
The big polar bear, the North Pole.
Excuse me.
So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and do that one. And so I did that. And then the next one, I think I'm going to do the machine, the sewing machine. And I think in order. And then the bunnies. I think that's so that's going to be the order. So it's going to be the sewing machine and the bunnies and the bear. Okay.
Looks good.
So anyway, I started stitching on it, and it was so bulky. I couldn't remember how bulky it was on this 18-count Davos. It just seemed like it was too bulky, and I didn't like it. So I thought, well, I'm just going to try. I had seen someone that was stitching them, and they used one thread. And I thought, well, that's interesting.
Good idea.
So I'm going to try it. So I tried it, and it looks a lot more prim, old-fashioned. Of course, I'm not finished. I need to get his legs in, and then all of the polar bear. Polar bear, yep.
Oh, the clock.
Yeah, and I've got to put the back stitching in, which I did some back stitching. But here, just in comparison, you can see the difference between 2 threads and 1 thread. The two threads really show up good.
Yeah.
Yep. But the one thread, it really does look old-fashioned.
It does.
And prim.
I don't
know. I like it. I think it's interesting.
It's a different type of flavor to it there.
Yeah. It looks very old or something. Yeah. So, but this Davos, I have to say it's not my most favorite fabric to stitch on because the threads really slide up under it.
Oh, yes, I mean, you told me that.
Yeah. So I've had to kind of adapt the way I stitch. Instead of going bottom left, upper right, bottom right, upper left, it seems like, and then or going all the way across on one leg and then coming back on the other, which if I've got a lot of color, that's what I like to do, especially with DMC. But I found with this Davos that it works better if I do, if I complete the cross, and if I do it the opposite, if I go from the upper right to lower left, upper left to lower right.
Doesn't get loose on you.
It doesn't get as
slippery sliding.
It slide under the stitches. Plus, I can't do any tension whatsoever. I like to kind of, you know, pull my thread a little bit just to make sure it's snug. But on this, it's almost like I just have to lay my floss across the fabric.
Yeah, I could get loosey-goosey then.
Yeah, but I don't think it looks too loosey-goosey.
No, it doesn't. No, it looks
good. You think so?
No, I don't think so.
So I'm going to keep on going with it and just try. I don't know if it'll look funny having one, you know, real dense and the other one not. I might just do them two different kinds of finishes. I don't know.
Looks good. Both ways look good. Both have their own charm.
Yeah. So that was part of my Whip Go.
Sweet.
Whip Go number 5. Call for April. So I've got my 5 days in on that. Yay. Which that doesn't look like 5 days worth of stitching, does it? But there's a lot of stitching in that.
A lot of stitching, yep.
And I still have to do the back stitching. I kind of saved the back stitching till the last, except for this little bit right here. I went ahead and did that. But anyway.
Looking good, looking good.
So that's one of my Whip Goes.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So what you got going
on?
What you doing?
Well, I've been spooling around.
You better quit that spooling around. Oh.
And because I've been doing so many of these spools, I'm not going to say it's monotonous, but it's monotonous. But I shouldn't complain. So anyway, when I get bored, that's when my mind tends to wander, and I get to doing different things. All the spools I've been doing up to this point have been kind of like flat on the top, or maybe a little curve, or maybe a little concave, and little holes and stuff. And they look okay. Yeah. But then I got to play around with this nice little piece of cherry, and what came out of it was, of course, just a regular spool. Now this is a Tiny Town spool with our signature in it there. Never mind, it does.
This one's already sold.
It's already sold, but the top is different. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but I decided I was going to put a little bit of different shape on the top here, just for, well, like the old fishermen used to say, just for the hell of it. And then I did that with the cherry. I did that with another piece of maple that I was doing there too. And so I think I'm just going to continue doing with anything that comes up with a different shape, because it's a little bit different, you know.
Yeah.
You stick your scissors in there, and it's going to look nice, whatever, you know. Well, these don't have the holes. The only center one, I still got to do all the other 4 holes with 3/8" holes, so that's why it's a whip. So
yeah.
I got to get this done tomorrow, so we can get this done.
We got to get these shipped.
Yeah.
I really like that, though. It's different.
Yeah.
And it kind of, you know, kicks yours up a little bit so you don't get so
bored.
Bored.
Yeah. I mean,
even that one is different. This one has a little.
Oh yeah. Well, I never do any two the same. I never do any two the same. I could try to make as much as I could close a cookie cutter, I guess, but that's not the fun in it. There,
these aren't made from China.
They aren't made in China. And so anyway, that's got some curly maple in it too. You can see the
and it's so different. Maple is so different. It has so much character.
It is.
All of them different.
And I wish we could get some walnut this big to do those. That would really be nice. But I kind of limited to now. I do this in cherry, maple, and then we have
tulip poplar. We hadn't done
basswood too.
But yeah, the basswood has not.
Basswood, I've been having trouble with it. The last batch I got of basswood was, the quality on that is really hard to put a good finish on. I've really been struggling with that. So it's not like the hardwoods, and it takes longer, it's more work intensive. So I'm still going to continue to do it because we got the wood. I got to use it. So, but for right now, I'm going to stick with these two.
Yeah.
Cherry and
And then we've got some tulip poplar too.
We got some poplar as well to try that though. So anyway, that's what I'm doing with my webs for these spools. My webs. Whips.
I guess if it's a wood,
can I buy a vowel?
It's a whip instead of a whip.
Whatever.
Okay, so me next.
You're next.
Okay, my next one. Oh, this was one I worked on in the middle of the month. Just because I wanted to, because it's so beautiful. Let me get it out. This is the Tender Father Sampler by Tree of Life Sampling.
Nice.
Jan Alexander.
Very nice, yeah.
Zellers. Beautiful, beautiful. And it says, love the Lord with all your heart, and he will be a tender father unto thee. Sophia Cooper, aged 10. And it's 1844.
Man.
So I'm falling in love with this one. I'm stitching.
It's amazing a person at that age can do that kind of work. I mean, I was...
Age 10, I know.
I mean, I was catching frogs at 10 years old. That was about as good as it got for me.
I don't know what I was doing at 10. I can't remember back then. Anyway, I'm stitching this on 36 count R&R American Chestnut with Gentle Arts Schoolhouse Red. And I started off with two skeins. Are y'all quit laughing at me?
I can feel you.
You don't laugh at me. Anyway, 2 skeins. I've already used 1. So I went on 1, 2, 3 stitch the other night and ordered 6 more. I'm not going to use all that, but I would rather have too much than not enough. So anyway, I stitched on this the first part of the month, first half of the month, and then I decided to make it my 1 red thread a day stitch.
There you go.
So let me do this here.
Oh, you're gonna hold that, put that behind you?
Yeah, because otherwise you'll be able to see through it, and it won't be a purdy.
Yeah. We don't want no see-throughs here.
Okay, and I've got a loose thread, so y'all just, this is my 1 red thread a day. So the last time, I do have a beginning picture here when I started the 1 red thread. Well, not here, but I'll put a picture in here somewhere. I did take a picture of that because I think it seems like I was maybe part of the way through this. So I completed that, completed this band, did this one and started on this one, and then I brought these down. So I'm making some headway.
It's pretty, looking very nice.
Yeah.
I like that red thread against that color.
I do too. Red is just, and this is really pretty red. It has just enough variegation. It's not too much. It's not in your face. And it's nice and bright. It just lays really pretty on that American chestnut fabric. So I really like it. So I'm just going to keep doing 1 red thread a day for maybe until I get it finished. I don't know. I would like to have this done.
It will. You'll get to it.
Yep. And 1 red thread really doesn't take that long. Now, granted, there's one cross stitcher, FlossTuber, that I saw, and she said now on her, she considers 1 red thread like the full length of thread. Like if you pull off a full length of thread and it's 6 ply, then she does all 6.
Oh, wow.
I'm doing one. So technically, I don't know if I'm really doing 1 red thread a day, but to me, that's one red length of floss. So that's what I'm doing.
A true 1 thread.
Just 1 thread. Yeah.
Okay.
And you never know, I might want to just go ahead and make that more, but I just thought, if I do 1 thread a day, I want to see what my progress is going to be at the end of 2 months. Maybe I'll be finished.
Maybe so. You never know.
Yeah.
Sometimes things just go along and boom, now you're thinking about it and you're already done.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
So you have another?
I do. A friend of mine cut down a spruce tree, which is a soft kind of a wood, and I decided to make a little bowl out of it. And when I was cutting into the bowl, I didn't know it was inhabited by several of my little wormy friends who are now out there in my chip wood pile, and hopefully they're finding a new home, making their way in there because they're no longer living in his bowl.
We probably ought to take a picture of your wood pile and show it.
Oh yeah, I got a big wood pile back.
It's getting big and big and
I'll
bigger.
take a picture. I will put it here so you can see.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's a piece of, this is just a piece of spruce. It's in the pine family. It's very soft wood. And I've only got the initial coat of, I'm using teak oil on this here. and then which seals it and gives it a good finish. And it's rough now because it's like I said, only one coat, and I got to do the bottom as well. But as you can see here, there's a hole here and holes on this side, and the little wormies. As I was cutting this, I stopped the lathe, and they'd stick their little heads up and look around and say, "Hey, what are you doing?" I say, "You're out of here." So,
yeah. But you rescue them if you can.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Sometimes go flying across the shop there sometimes too. But well, I try to save them if I can. I don't mean to hurt the little guys, but anyway, nice little piece. I love the grain in this wood, and it's very nice. It has a little bit of a smell to it when you cut it natural there, but not so much as like a cedar or some other type of thing like that. But it's got lovely grain in it. It's a beautiful, it'll make a nice little lovely piece for my friend. I really do appreciate him giving me a chunk of wood. And, you know, I have lots of friends who do that. They call me up, say, "Hey, I got cut the tree down. Would you like a chunk of this and chunk of that?" And that's nice. I really appreciate that. So
spruce and evergreen.
Yes, spruce is an evergreen, yeah. But so anyway, nice little piece there. It's just another one of my whips.
Yeah,
and
fun.
I don't know if I'll have much chance to get that with all the work I got to do, but hopefully when this gets done, we'll have it. I'll show it when it's finished.
Yeah, you've got a lot of whips to show. You know, once you get them FO'd,
yeah, that's right, exactly. Yep.
Okay, I have a new start. It is Eliza's French Birds. I showed y'all that chart last time that I got from JBW Designs. This is a sale that's going on. JBW Eliza's French Birds sale. And Vicky, no.
1849.
No, not Vicky. Annie, the proper stitcher, is the one that organized this.
Oh.
Yeah. And Kim, the contented needleworker, Liz, Elizabeth Ann can stitch, and Merritt, so just because of us, they're all participating along with a lot of other folks.
Wonderful.
Yep, I started it on the called for, which was R&R Reproductions Espresso, and I didn't like it. It just did not show up.
Oh.
Do you remember seeing it? It was just
you probably showed it to me, but I've seen so many things I really don't know.
So I don't know if my thread is lighter than the one that was done on the model, because it does. Mine looks a whole lot lighter than this one.
It does. That looks darker.
Yeah, looks much darker. So I came up to my stash collection, whatever you call it, and I thought, okay, well, I need to go darker. You know, what can I do? So I pulled out a couple and looked, and I ended up getting this Latte 36 count by Seraphim. And it's a really pretty fabric. Darker, you know, with some more color in it. I don't know if I need the backing for that.
Oh, it's pretty dark.
I probably should have taken this out of, but I think you can get an idea what it looks like. But you can see how my bird is a whole lot lighter.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think that's fine. I really like him. I think he's beautiful. So I've got one bird in, and some of the foliage, the leaves down at the bottom, I still have to, you know, complete. There's some lighter green that goes in there. I've got some of the berries in. Then there's another bird over here with a lot of floral up at the top. So maybe halfway, might be about halfway through. And I'm using all the called for floss except the 760. I didn't have it. And I pulled out my DMC book to see what was close to it. And I had 761, and I thought, well, I'll just try that.
Love the one you're with.
Yeah. So that is the darker one here. So it makes him different, but I think he's pretty. And I love this fabric. I think this fabric is gorgeous. I'm trying one of those Nerge hoops. Everybody's been talking about the Nerge.
The Nerge.
Everybody's getting the Nerge.
Everybody.
The urge to Nerge.
It's been hanging around me too long.
It does rub off. So anyway, I'm using the Nerge hoop, and I've heard these are great if you, as long as you don't stitch where the hoop is, because it really does make an indentation. Yeah. So that's not going to be a problem with this one, because
plenty of room around there.
Plenty of room around.
You're bordering that.
Yep.
It's a pretty bird.
I think he's pretty. Judy, thank you for such a beautiful design. I saw this and I said, oh, I've got to get it. And I really do like it. So that was a new start for me this month. And I was so glad to get started with it, even though I'm late to the game. But
hey, better late than never.
Better late than never. Yep.
The coiner phrase.
The coiner phrase. Yeah. So that's 3 of my whips.
Very well. Very well. Okay, just a couple things real quick. Again, for piecing and that, I'm going to use a couple of pieces of wood here. Here we have a piece of ash, which normally you use to make baseball bats out of, but that's going to become an ort, and this is going to be the top for it. It's going to have a walnut top. Should look real pretty when they get done. I'm going to make several of these orts. I haven't made any in quite a while because, you know, you got to make the lids to fit on there, and that it's a little more work intensive there. But so that's going to be, that'll be an ort when it's finished.
Doesn't look like an ort.
Doesn't look like an ort. Looks like a
holder.
Chunk of wood right now.
Yeah. So are you making this to carry with us to show the shops?
That's going on a shop. Yeah, we're going to take that on a trip.
On our trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, for a piece, now this really does look like pretty much nothing. The bottom is cherry. The top is actually it is maple.
That's maple.
Yeah, and this is going to be another skep, a smaller skep, but then again, this will be pieced. It hasn't been rounded out like this guy. It's going to be obviously a little bit shorter, so it'll be a smaller skep.
It's so rough.
It'll be, yeah, same size hole. I'm going to put it, though, for your scissors and whatnot, and that'll do.
It's a shame you're going to lose that blonde part of the...
Yeah, see a cherry, yeah, you have blonde things there, but by the time I round it out, that's going to go the way of the dinosaur, so it'll be just that beautiful red cherry that you'll have to put up with there.
Yeah, I love the cherry.
Yeah, cherry's nice. Yeah, cherry's nice. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much it I got for webs that...
Well, let me do my one, and then you've got another one.
Oh, that's right,
I forgot that one because it's right in front of your face.
That's the best place to hide it.
I had another new start last night. I told y'all last time that I wanted 2 new starts was Eliza's French Birds and Spring Quaker. So I just went ahead and started. I said, I'm going to do it.
Jumped right in there.
Jumped right in. Here's the pretty flosses. Aren't they beautiful? There's some DMC, Classic Colorworks, and I'm using Old Purple paint for the Quakers, following Christine Hollis, her lead on that. That's what she's doing with hers, and it's really pretty, instead of the browns. Oh, here's the chart. I'm going to take it out because I don't know if that's going to...
The plastics might be too shiny there.
Yeah, so...
Everybody will see just the lights in here instead of the...
Yeah, so pardon the crinkle. Lila's Studio Spring Quaker. And I just saw today that she has a summer Quaker. Remember that one?
That's right. It's got some beautiful color in it.
Oh my goodness, that's pretty.
Yeah.
So I guess it makes sense that she's going to have one for every seat. She might already have them. Might already have been there, and I just didn't know it.
I'm sure she probably does.
So I can't wait to get down to this basket with the house, the row of houses, and then these bunnies over here. Oh, they're just so pretty.
Nice colors. Nice colors, yeah.
I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. So I just had a little start. I got 1 Quaker done last night. Oh, I didn't tell you what I was stitching on. Hang on.
Oh my goodness.
Hang on. That's against the law.
How can you have a show like that?
I've lost my little... Okay, well, I've got it right here. I'm using... this is actually a called for, I think. Sand Dunes 40 count. I don't know if 40 count is the called for, but I'm using 40 counts from Seraphim with called for floss except the old paint. So that's what I got done was the 1 Quaker. Isn't that pretty?
Nice start.
Nice start. Right in the middle. I started middle top.
Boom.
I don't normally start middle top. I normally start upper left, lower right, or the middle. I used to always start in the middle.
It works for you.
In the middle. But here lately I've been doing upper left. Sometimes lower right. Might do a lower left sometimes.
Why not? Go crazy. I'll be looking for that.
Oh, you're making my side hurt.
Oh, you're killing me too.
But this is the old purple paint. Isn't that pretty? I just think that's so pretty. Christine, I'm glad you suggested that.
Lovely. Nice purple.
So I think all the Quakers she's going to do in the purple. And I think I'm going to do that too. And I've got 3 skeins. I'm hoping it's going to be enough. But
well, if it isn't, I know what's going to happen.
Yeah. The only thing about that is sometimes you get in different dye lots. And boy, it's different. Yeah.
You'll take a chance.
So that's my 2 new starts for the month. Well, I had another new start, but I can't tell you what it is because that's my secret stitch.
Secret stitch. Okay, we got secret squirrel stitch going on here.
And I got a little bit of fabric left, but not much. Just a kind of sliver of it.
Okay.
I've been doing this and just copying the colors and the symbols, and it's just easier to look at that than to pull the chart out. So, and I just put it on my ring with one of Peter's fancy buttons.
Fancy buttons. I had to drill a hole through the center of that thing there. That's okay.
That's right. That was just a plain button, wasn't it?
It's a plain button, yeah.
So good. That's my whips.
Works good as a separator, though.
That's my whips.
That's your whips.
That's my whips. I think that's all of them.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But except for my quilt whip, and I really can't show that because it's back there. I think I'll move back a little bit here.
Okay. All right.
Right there.
Right there.
I got my 6 blocks done. Of course, they're not sewn together to each other, but the blocks are done. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. For my firm foundation quilt. But I thought I had enough of the white, and I thought it was 9900-200, which is an off-white Moda. But evidently I pulled something else out of my stash and used it, and I don't have enough. So I've got to go to the quilt store and take this with me and match the background color so I can do the sashing around. Because it's going to have 2.5-inch wide sashing between each of the blocks and around the edge. And then a small thin red border and then another white border going around if I decide to do it as a quilt.
They really would look nice too. It's just individual pieces.
That's what I was thinking, is just doing, and you know, then having different ones in different rooms all around the house. And then when you walk around and you see it, you'll think about that song and maybe sing it.
There you go.
So you guys, tell me what you think. Would you do it as a quilt? We don't really need another quilt. I don't know that we really need another large wall hanging.
Yeah, the tall, skinny person use that quilt anyway.
Yeah, it's not going to be that kind of quilt. Although there is going to be 2.5 inches.
It's a bean pole.
So what's that, 7 inches?
Yeah, still.
7.5, 6 finish, something like that.
I think. Never mind.
I think you're right. I think, and I had talked about maybe doing that. So give me an idea of what you think. I love opinions. Anyway, so that's my whips.
And I got one more.
You got one more? Yes, you did.
Actually, Kathy showed you this. I think we did this last time, right?
Yes, I showed that last time.
Yeah, what a lovely little piece she did here with all this. And this is a taller one there, but just goes to show I can make these things different sizes than just a tiny town. So if anybody needs a different size, this one's a little bit bigger, and somebody seemed to like it, right?
Yes.
So they ordered one.
Yes,
so
ordered
I got a
like
nice piece of maple, and this is it here. Same size, but this is in maple. And this is before I got too bored with the top. I just put a little edge, a little rim around here for the edge here, and not before I started getting crazy with these things. But this is a taller one, and it'll take a.
And it's got some ambrosia in it.
It's got some ambrosia and a beautiful grain. I really do like
pretty.
this piece of maple here. And the maple we've been getting here lately has really been super nice. I mean, just the grain in it. You see the swirls in between the grain of this wood there, and the strength of maple. Well, there's a reason they use maple to make a lot of furniture, because it is so strong and durable. But more than that, I just love and appreciate the grain in God's creation of this wood. And again, I still got, the only thing remaining on this is I got to put the 4 holes in here at the top, and then just finish it off, and it'll be good to pack up and send off to its new happy owner.
Yeah, I think the person that ordered this was going to do something similar to what I did. So,
yeah, And I can make them in any sizes that you like. Kind of limited in. If I need to get wider pieces to make really big spools, if anybody would like it, I could do that. But I am going to have to piece. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that. I piece wood together all the time. Yeah, and it, matter of fact, do it for designs and texture and all kinds of things like that. So, so we can do that if you have a druther or need or both.
Or both. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. That's a lot of stuff we've covered here.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Yikes.
Yeah. I've got a little bit of haul. I didn't get that much haul. I think I made up for it last time.
I didn't get any haul either.
I'm gonna step right over here and get my little basket and show you guys a little bit of
get your basket. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I didn't get any haul there this time. The haul I get now is just basically to cherry and maple and that kind of thing. Matter of fact, we got to order some more maple.
We do. I need to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
These are the other two enlarged hoops that I bought, and these are big ones. And I like that they're square or rectangle. Or,
kind of.
Yeah. Not really square.
Yeah.
But you can get a lot more stitching in that than you can with a round hoop. The round hoop, you're really limited. I thought I had some round hoops right here, but I don't.
Well, I don't know what that looks like.
But I got this from Amazon. Enlarged lilac squares, 3 pieces. I can't remember how much they were. 20.
Not bad.
Not bad. I placed an order with XU Design or JU Design. Smell.
Oh, nice.
Oh, her fabric is lovely. Oh my goodness. Good. I got 46 count. Am I crazy?
Crazy.
Have you stitched on 46 count yet?
She's nuts.
I haven't. I don't know if I will. I just wanted to see it, see what it looked like. But this is really pretty. It's 46 count 46 count morning coffee. And I just got an 18 by 11. Isn't that pretty? Now, that is a really pretty color.
It sure is, yeah.
I love the way she ties it with the string.
Very creative.
And then I got a 40 count My Little Dove. Isn't that pretty? My Little Dove.
Very nice, yeah.
I don't know what she must wash
better
her.
Than that new car smell.
Oh, it's wonderful. I could just... And then she always sends a little sample. Look how cute.
Very nice.
This is light hazelnut. Light hazelnut. That's a very pretty color. That would be a good sampler color. Good red stitch color.
Would look nice. Yeah. Or nice green.
And she is in Hungary. Oh, sorry about that. I got a tickle in my throat. And when it does that, it goes, I can't. Yeah, I just tickles.
It's the old dust ball there.
Oh, yeah. I have a little bit more haul to show you. Christina with Siggy's Closet. I love Christina. I just love your fobs, your scissor fobs. Look how precious. Can you see the little teapot? What could I put it up against?
Put it against the back of that. No, that won't work. Okay, yeah, that works. Yes.
Look how beautiful. Christina. I saw these posted on Instagram and I ran. Matter of fact, I couldn't find some of them. And I said, Christina, they're gone. And she said, no, they're there. So I went back and I found them. So I got the teapot. I got... Okay. And she sends them in these pretty little fabric pouches. And I got the little bunny rabbit. Oh,
nice.
I love the color too. And then the butterfly. Look how pretty.
Very nice. Very nice.
Beautiful.
Dress up them scissors right good.
And she is, here's her card. So if you haven't been to Etsy and looked at Siggy's Closet, Christina's work, you need to go. Run. Don't pass go.
Don't collect 200.
Don't collect 200. Go now. Her stuff is so beautiful. And she sent some sweet little other things with it, but I can't find them. I think I've already taken them downstairs and I'm using them. So. But she always includes extra little sweet things. I'm going to scoot this out of the way. I'll be right back.
Okay. Very nice.
Now, everybody's talking about Mania.
Mania.
May Mania. I've never done Mania before. And I was thinking, I've been bouncing around. What can I do? What can I do? Because we're going away, you know, so I didn't know how I could do that and, you know, still have a whole lot of, I couldn't do 23 new starts or whatever. I just, well, I mean, I could, but I think I would probably lose my mind. But I do want to do, okay, so I'm going to do my whip go, and then I'm going to pick 3 whips. So I'm going to have 5 whips. And Jen, Too Tall Stitcher, she's doing this. And I think I might kind of, you know, copy her a little bit. In that she's going to do 5 whips and 5 new starts. And she's going to spend 3 days on each one. And then she'll have a little bit of time left over. Now, one of my whip goes, I should be able to finish, I mean, lickety-split. It's Autumn Beauties, and I think I'm just about finished. I have a sunflower left to put on, so I should be able to finish that real quick. My other whip go is your stitch and a forest screw, so I should be able to get maybe 5 days on, which my time is 5 days. Yeah. And then I'm gonna pick 3 other whips to work on. I'm not sure what yet. I was looking and I can't quite decide which whips to work on, but I am gonna do some new starts. Some more new starts. So I'm going to show you just real quick.
New starts are always exciting.
I want to do this Blessed Assurance. This is part of the Sunday Stitches. Blessed Assurance. I've got this kitted up with the Call for Floss. And I think I'm going to use this fabric. Tell me what you think. This is a 40 count flax, but I think that will be pretty for this. What do you think? Flax is just a good neutral, you know, even though that's not the called for. There, she's calling for R&R Productions French roast.
Yeah, those colors look nice against
but
there.
I don't have French roast, so I think this will. So I'm gonna stitch from my
You're
stash.
Have French roast coffee.
We got Columbia.
Columbia.
So I want to do that. I've got more of the Sunday stitches, but this one, since I've got it, the floss, I'm gonna, and this, I think this linen will work 40 count. It's gonna be small. I think it'd be pretty.
You look good.
Yep. Of course, I don't have the floss for this. I mean, because it's in a bin over here and it's huge. Look at all the floss. Okay, before I show you what it is. But I do have all that. But I've been wanting to start this for so long. Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. Olivia from Pumpkin Hollow Quilts inspired me to do this. And she worked on it for quite a while and she finished it and it is gorgeous. And she stitched it on Vintage Country Mocha. I can't remember if she used 40 count or 36 count. But I've got 36 count and it's a half yard. So that's what I'm going to use.
That's going to look nice. Now,
3 days stitching. How much am I going to get done? Not much. But it's a start.
It's a start.
And you got to start somewhere. Yeah. This was a bag I made a couple years back. And some All Hallows Eve fabric from Moda. And it's kind of a different design. It's
handy little tote.
Yeah. And a little pocket here. So anyway, that's going to house my, for many years, my Autumn at Hawk Run Hollow. So that's going to be 2 of my new starts.
2. But wait, there's more.
Yep. Now this, I don't have fabric pulled yet, but I don't think there's going to be a problem finding a fabric. Matter of fact, that,
wow.
Oh, and see, I don't have my floss. I don't have my floss ready, but I've got my floss. And this is a, hang on. This is an old-fashioned told in a garden.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! And it is...
Oh, toad in the garden.
Toad
I
in the
thought
garden.
you said toad in the garden. I'm thinking, what's so pretty about a toad?
Oh, let me look at this chart. Wow, this is back when they did big charts. And it's got handwriting on it. This is Peacemakers 2, 1987. Look at all the quilts. Can you see all the quilts in that?
Pretty. Pretty, pretty.
I think it's very pretty.
Very
Looks
nice.
Amish. I don't know if it's supposed to be Amish. So anyway, I've got to get that ready. I think I have all the floss. I just have to get it
Gotta get organized.
on drops. So that might be one day of the 3 days of stitching. Because it takes a lot to get all these on drops. But I'll get it ready. Okay. This is another one I want to get started. And I've got the floss. I'm not sure what fabric I'm going to use yet. It calls for 28 count Whisper Laguna, which I don't have that. But anyway, it's His Eyes on the Sparrow. I think this is so pretty.
Singing Sparrow.
By Sweet Wing Studio.
Nice.
96 by 75. So that's not a huge stitch. Yep.
Yeah, comparatively fewer floss as well.
Yeah, so that's kind of a grayish fabric. Looks
Yeah,
like.
it's kind of grayish, yeah.
What a pretty little bird.
It really shows up nice on that, yeah.
His Eyes on the Sparrow, and I know he watches me. Isn't that sweet?
Very nice.
So that's going to be a start. I'll have to pull the fabric for that. And then y'all saw this last time. I think I'm ready to start the Teresa Kogut, Land That I Love. So I want that to be in this. And then I can carry it with me and work on it while I'm at the retreat.
How about that, eh?
So I'm going to, y'all saw what I had planned for last time, where I'm going to take some parts and pieces and put them together and do it so it will fit around a spool. I'm not sure how big the spool is going to be yet, but Peter will, I know I can get hooked up with, with the guy that makes them.
I'll give you a special price.
Yeah, and I think I am going to try this. This fabric that has some blue and red, or I'm not sure. Blue and red.
Kind of greenish, I think.
It looks green in this light, but in certain lights it looks blue. So I'm going to try it.
Behind,
And they saw this last time. So.
Oh, well, never mind.
So I think I'm going to try it and just see how it does. If not, I'll just do a little thing over here and see. And then if not, then I'll pull a gray. Matter of fact, that gray that I just got from XG Design might work.
It might work. Just Jim Dandy.
Jim Dandy.
Sweet.
So that's my plans. That's a lot of plans.
Yep. You're going to be a busy gal.
Crazy. But hey, do it. Just do it while you got it.
Yes,
yeah,
indeed. Yes.
yeah. So I think we'll go ahead and do giveaways.
That's all right. Giveaways. Thank you for waiting.
Yep, and I need a piece of paper to write.
I can use a piece of...
I can use this.
Oh, okay. That'll work. Guess got a pencil.
I can get one. So y'all ready for some giveaways?
Okay, there you go.
Okay, we just have a couple this time.
Handy dandy pencil.
And one of them is the Jardin Prive Quaker de Noel.
Well, you hobbled that Frenchola pretty good there.
So if you would like this, say Quaker.
Quaker.
Quaker. So Quaker. That's easy.
Put all these names in a random name generator and make a sentence out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
I might be able to write a song.
I tell you, they did great last time. The next one is Bluebird Garden by Artful Offerings.
This is one.
And this is what it looks like. It's a really fun stitch. Pretty intense stitching, but fun. And you definitely want to use the variegated threads because then you get all that movement in it. So if you want this, say Bluebird.
Bluebird.
Bluebird. And then this was from my friend Rose. Rose. She gave us a bunch of magazines. And here's a Just Cross Stitch magazine, 2021 Special Collector's Edition for Halloween.
Ooh.
Yeah. Woo.
Scary.
So for all of you Halloween stitchers or fall stitchers, which I love fall stitching too.
Sure.
But put the word, spooky. Spooky, if you want this one. 2021 Special Collector's Edition.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to call that.
Called Spooky.
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 And I'd love to know the question. I want to know what you're stitching on and what your plans are for Mania. Do you have any plans? Have you done it before? You planning on doing it this time? Do you do 23 new starts?
I'm not stitching anything for Mania.
No, but you've got 23 new starts.
I got more than that. I got more than 23. Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah. So let me know what your plans are for Mania, if you have plans, or what you're stitching on and what you're stitching on. I'd love to hear. So thank you for stopping by, and we hope to see you in a couple weeks, maybe before we go, and that'll be our year anniversary.
How about that? That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And,
so we'll do something special on our year anniversary. I'm not sure what it'll be yet.
yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, maybe it'll be one of Peter's special things.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But before you go, I'd like to leave you with a word of inspiration here from the Gospel according to St. John.
Oh, St.
This
John
comes from chapter 15, verse 9. It says, "As the Father has loved me, I have loved you. Remain in my love." That kind of ties things back in together with the song that I shared with you there, because it's so true how the Father loves us, that he sent his only begotten Son to die for us.
That's right.
And because he loved us, we love him.
Right. So, he loved us first.
Thank you for being with us and
you
putting up with our shenanigans.
Sharon, if you're watching, you need to be here so we can do some shenanigans.
Shenanigans, yeah.
Our sweet friend
We're so thankful for all of you, and we wish you all happy stitching, and God bless.
Yes. Bye-bye. Many
Bye-bye.
happy stitches.